morning, madam.
Who amongst you can tell me why I called for this meeting?
You are the head of personnel, and it is possible you have something important to discuss with the workers under you.
Amongst the girls that works with you, 4 of us are the ones in senior position, so we believe you want to give us new responsibilities.
That's nice, Susan. I can go with that. So, I want to tell you right now that I want to give you new responsibilities. The question is, what are these new responsibilities?
Well, madam, you're the boss. Speak to us. We are listening.
I have less than 8 months to work in this establishment before I go on retirement. I have received a letter from the supervising board that I am the one that we recommend who will take over from me. That recommendation must come from the 4 of you. Now I ask, who amongst you is qualified to take over from me as the head of personnel? Leadership is all about confidence. And I want to see confidence this morning. Who amongst you is qualified to take over from me as the head of personnel in this establishment before I retire in the next 8 months?
With all due respect, Ma, I must say 4 of us are qualified enough to take over from you as the head of personnel. But as 4 of us cannot assume position, it's ideal for you to use wisdom and make a decision. Because it will not be fair for me to say I am better than her and she is better than me.
Oh, that's nice. I hope that goes down well with all of us.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Very well then. I will use my discretion. For the meantime, I want you to see me in my office before the end of business today.
Okay, ma'am.
Jane, do you know why mother never looked your way this morning?
Carol, I don't know why you singled me out, but she didn't look your way either, did she?
Jane, I want to open up your eyes. This tattoo you carve on your hand, it's bad. It's not good.
I don't understand. Are you trying to insult me?
I'm sorry, Jane, but you must know that people do not see tattoo in good light. They see it as a mark of irresponsibility.
You know what, Carol? Get out. It's my business.
You know, I have a strong feeling you'll be the new head of personnel.
Why would you say that? Is it because she asked me to see her before close of business today?
Oh, come on, girl. I mean, it's obvious. The call suggests that. You know, she's already in love with your guts.
I think otherwise anyways. Let me tell you, Madam Lufthansa is the real definition of troublemaker. And I'm sure the supervising boss has not sent her the letter yet.
Anne! Why should you say anything like that? I mean, why should she say they sent her a letter when they didn't send her any?
My dear, I'll get to see you after seeing her. But one advice I need to give you, if you're getting close to her, be very careful because that woman can take any wild decision at any time. Based on my close interaction with her, I can say she has no conscience. Girl, I need to go. I'll see you later.
Madam Lufthansa has no conscience. That's rather harsh. She should say a human being has no conscience. I think I'm familiar with the number, but I can't place the name. Good morning.
Well, good morning. I'm sure you'll be able to decode the voice as this discussion continues. The place is Open and Close Clevanti Restaurant. That's where it's going to be happening this afternoon.
At these early hours of the morning, when normal people are going around their businesses, I know you will be along the roadside drinking. Well, I don't want to talk about that right now, so remind me of that your name again.
My name is Tim. Or those who know what's up call me Kimberly. I am one of the many men who know what's up in this town.
Kim, Kimberly, or whatever your name is called, I do not care. Please, I beg of you, do not ever in your miserable life call this number again.
Hey, Susan, love. Why are you talking like this, my love? Why?
Who is your love? Kim, what are you talking about? Now listen to me, please. Don't call this number again or else you will suddenly find your fingers burning. Excuse me.
It's something... She hung up. Oh, she's underrating me. Just like every other fool that underrates me. They do not know that I'm one of the men who have this town fully wired.
You know why I sent you for that very important meeting?
Yes, sir. You sent me because I'm your secretary and you've told me a number of times that you trust me.
Well, that ultimately is not the reason I sent you there. I sent you there so you can see clearly, so you can have a broader perspective of marketing. You see, the world is evolving and anyone who wants to remain relevant in business today must evolve with the world.
I'm sorry, sir. I must admit, I'm lost.
Of course you look lost. I want you to listen to me, Rita. The business world has gotten to a stage where female marketers are now the brains behind financial growth in their establishment. So I want you to understand that pretty soon, I may have to employ another secretary and push you to marketing proper.
If that's your decision, sir, I have no problems. You trust me, and I cannot afford to disappoint you.
Excuse me. Hello?
There's only one way to make me happy.
Mother, are we going to start the day with this?
I haven't even said anything.
Yes, I know you've not said anything, but I already know what you want to say, Mother. Look, Mother, this is a new day, filled with so many opportunities. Let's not start the day with this find a wife, marry her urgently thing, please.
My dear, do you know what I saw in the television yesterday? In this country, where unemployment is biting so hard, in this country, where university lecturers still ask innocent girls to pay for rooms, hotel rooms, where they will be taken before they can even see the result of courses they passed already. In this country, where almost all the major roads have become death traps. In this country, where all categories of low standard goods are imported with ease. Men in the Senate have not discussed how to solve this problem, and even more. Yesterday, they were discussing how to legalize same-sex marriage. Ah! Oh my God.
Well, Mother, I don't see how that concerns me. And of course, I am not in the Senate.
Of course I know you're not in the Senate. Even when I know it is not a big deal to be in the Senate. But the problem I have here is that it is now clear to me that a large number of our men have become gay. And I want my son to prove to me that he is not one.
Mother, are you kidding me? Are you actually asking me this kind of... What will make you think I'm gay?
The only thing that will make me happy is for you to settle with a woman that will be your wife. As long as you are finding it difficult to do this, I have no other option than to believe that you are gay.
Oh, Mother, you are kidding me. Okay, you know what's going to happen? I will come to your office later today so we can sit down and talk about this.
That won't even solve the problem, my dear.
It will change a whole lot of things, Mother. I want to look you in the eye and tell you that your son is not gay. And he will never be gay. See you later, Mother.
Hi! Wonders will never end. This country is in a mess. Big mess.
Whoa, can't believe this. Me gay. Mother, you not cease to amaze me.
Oh, thank God you know I'm on. I'm not just on, I'm on fire, baby. And I'm going to remain on and on and on until you see me and speak with me.
Kimberly.
Oh, that's my name, so you know. Now tell me, why have you been avoiding my calls? I've called you with all my numbers and you wouldn't take your call. Why?
Do you know I can report you to the police?
That I'm in love? Okay, they will arrest me, definitely, but they will release me immediately I'm arrested. Because they know I'm in love. They know the strong man is in love.
In love with who? Who are you in love with?
Of course, I'll be insane to be in love with any other woman except you. You're the one I want. You're the one I know I desire. And I'm just asking you to give me a chance. Let me prove myself to you.
Kimberly, what if I tell you I'm in love with someone else?
I will simply ask you to give me the guy's address. I'll go to his house. I'll sit him down. I'll have a chat with him. I'll explain to him that he cannot have you. Because you belong to me. And if I can't have you, no one can have you.
Are you threatening me or what?
All right, let's not go too far. Can we do lunch? What? Why are you crying?
Don't worry about me. I'm just too emotional.
You're just too emotional. That's why you're crying while I was chatting with my woman.
Oga, your money is 60 naira. Just pay me and go.
All right, sorry. Take. You can keep the change, okay? But I hope this crying has nothing to do with me.
This world is strange.
The world is strange, so we all know that.
I have someone I like with all my heart, and I'm willing to do anything to make him happy. But he doesn't even care about me. And now you're here trying to win a girl who doesn't even care if you exist or not. Oh. This is really, really strange.
Oh, so that's it. That's why you're crying, eh?
Yes.
Okay. The girl I just spoke with doesn't care I exist. Huh?
She doesn't care now.
You're mad. You are not even mad. You're a big fool. That's why you are here. See? That's why you keep making phone calls. There's nothing else you will do. You have no brains.
Why would you say that?
Shut up and give me that change.
The change you already said I should keep.
See, if you do... Everything here will go. Doesn't know I exist. That's why people like you will always continue to make phone calls forever.
How did I go wrong?
This is the first time I'm going to be riding in a cab driven by a woman.
Count yourself lucky because I know this town inside out and I've won several awards for being the best cab operator in this city.
Oh, that means you know this town very well. You're grounded, okay?
Yeah, so...
I like that.
Thank you. So, where are we going?
Close Coventry restaurant.
You have a date?
I have a date.
I suppose with a cheap woman.
A cheap woman? Why would you say that?
Because the restaurant you mentioned is a cheap bar and is meant for low-income earners. If you have a date, you should go to another place. Or you want to tell me that the cologne you're wearing, you stole it?
What? You know the cologne I'm wearing?
Yes. It is called Osis 66.
Wow.
Yes. And it's sold for 80,000 naira for the pirated version. The original thing of it is sold for 300,000. So, I know very well that it's only big politicians who wear that. So for you to wear it means you're well connected.
Oh, wow. Okay, alright. Since you know this town very well, take me to where you want. I'm seeing you for the first time. I think I like you. I want you to take me to where I will access you more.
Okay.
That's
so
my lady cop.
We go.
Tell me the truth. If you tell me the truth, I will understand. Forget the fact that you are working under me. I am a very simple woman, easygoing woman. Tell me about your boyfriend.
Ma, I don't have a boyfriend. Oh. I know it's difficult to believe, but that's the truth. I don't have a boyfriend.
Are you by any means telling me that you are a virgin?
No, no, I didn't say that. I'm not a virgin, but I'm not seeing any man right now.
Okay. I am preparing you for something. Because I like you as a person.
Thank you, Mom.
You have worked with me for so long, and I have found you very reliable.
Thank you, Ma.
So tell me, I want to know about your boyfriend, your love life. Are you shy?
Okay, the truth is I used to have a lover. He was a young, nice man from an average family until his father became the ambassador to the United States. and they all moved to the US. He got there and started acting funny. All of a sudden, he forgot everything we shared. The next thing I heard was that he got married to a woman in the US and their marriage produced 2 kids. His marriage collapsed and he's back in the country now, asking and begging me to come back, but my mind is made up. I can't go back. I'm alone. This is my love life.
That's okay. I wanted to meet my son.
Why?
My son is not like the son of the ambassador. I want you to meet him. He's coming here to see me later today.
Ma, I'm sorry, but I need to understand what you want from me. Are you saying you want me to date your son?
I don't want you to just date my son. I want my son to marry you. You see, he listens to me. If I recommend you, he won't object.
Ma, I'm so honored to be worthy to be called your daughter-in-law. But I can't say anything until I meet your son first.
That's okay. But please try to be around when he'll be here.
I will. Sorry, Ma, I need to get back to my desk.
Oh, no problem. You just try to be around when he'll be here.
Okay, Ma. Sorry, I need to get back to you.
No problem.
Nice drink, nice, cozy environment, you know. All right, let's take it like this. Let's start from you telling me your name.
My name? Why do you want to know my name?
I want to know your name because I like you.
You like me because something inside you tells you I'm a cheap woman you can easily lure to your bed.
Why are you talking like that? I haven't even talked about sex.
Yeah. People thinking about it will always say they are not thinking about it. I know men a whole lot. They are predominantly liars.
Well, but you have to exempt me because I'm not one of them. I know I'm an extrovert. I say things the way they are. I speak my mind, make my points freely. I know a lot of people don't like that about me, they hate me. But that's my source of progress.
You have a date with another woman, remember?
Oh, I remember, but that was before God changed my plans. I would be dumb not to see the handwritings on the wall.
What if I may ask, is the handwriting on the wall?
You are the handwriting on the wall. And you are the one I want. You're the one God has given to me today, not any other woman.
I know what you want. You want me on your bed. No problem. You will definitely have me on your bed someday. It will be fun. But first, I want to see the sensation in you.
Hey. Hold on. What do you think you're doing? Well, walk out on me just like that?
See, this is business hour. Call your girl, tell her to meet you up here. Whatever you do with her is not going to affect what I'm going to do with you. But I must go now.
Okay, hold it. Shut up. Now I know I have a good idea of your daily average income from that cab out there. So what if I pay you double?
Sorry, I don't work that way. Duty calls. But I'm gonna make things easy for you. This is my card. My name is Brenda. Call me anytime you want. Thank you.
Brendo Pascal. Brendo Pascal. What a name. Another one gone down. Another one busted us.
I must admit, Mother, that your call this morning got me very curious. I'm thinking, why would my mother ever think that I would be gay?
What we discussed in the morning should not be a problem. I want us to make the best out of this meeting.
And what do you mean by make the best out of this meeting? Mother, in case you've not realized, I'm actually trying my best to take this lightly. You made a very serious allegation, and I want us to trash it out right now.
There's a girl in this office that I want you to meet. Her name is Anne.
And what would I be doing with this said Anne?
She will make an excellent wife. I want you to meet with her, observe her, and make up your mind about her.
Mother, you never cease to amaze me. What do you take me for? You think I'm still that little boy that you can make decisions for, guide me on everything I do? What?
The point here is that your mother is retiring in the next 8 months, and you are still not yet married. I want you to meet with Anne. She's the one that will take over this office from me when I retire. And I want you to make her your wife.
Sorry to barge on you now, but this is really urgent. We need you to see it and advise us on what to do. That's sir. Please forgive my bad manners.
This? You don't need to worry yourself about this. I have already discussed with the overall head. The approval will be out by the end of next week.
Okay then.
But you can still go ahead and inform them, write them and give them the entire information.
Okay then, I'm relieved.
No, don't go yet, please.
Ma, is there anything I can do for you?
Please sit down. You remember I told you I wanted to meet my son?
Yes.
His name is Hilary. That's him. And now, son, I told you I want you to meet a girl in this office named Anne. This is Anne.
Pleasure is mine.
Nice to meet you, sir.
I am a woman, and I'm sure you'll give it up to me to be grounded in family values. I want both of you to discuss, talk, and I wish you fruitful discussion.
Please. Don't mind my mother. She has this habit of feeling that everything she thinks is okay.
You have to mind me in this one. I'm really serious.
All right, it's okay.
Excuse me. Have a wonderful discussion. Come on.
What's the money for?
You know, you got me very, very angry earlier on today. This I have brought to thank you for actually getting me angry.
You're confusing me.
All right, see, you got me so angry that I couldn't wait for my cabman and I had to wave down that cab you saw. And the waving down of that cab was the best thing that has happened to me today. So I have brought this to say thank you.
How does it affect me? How am I involved in all of this?
Okay. You see that good-for-nothing woman I was calling here? I've decided to abandon her. She's out of my life. And I want you to do the same thing. I want you to take your eyes away from a man who wouldn't love you even when you're loving him. He wouldn't reciprocate your love. Who knows? When one door doesn't close, another would not open. One day you might be lucky to run into someone who is bigger and better. Okay? And I also want to say I'm very sorry for talking down you, running you down as it were. Okay? Please. So, just take this.
Thank you.
Good. All right. Maybe we'll see some other time, okay? Bye.
This is strange.
You know, the moment you walked into my mom's office, I felt something run down my spine. And I think this is the very first time something like this is happening. I also think I know why it happened. It's because you are unique. Yes, and I wouldn't want to take you for granted.
I don't know what you have in mind.
What I have in mind. You heard what my mom said up there. So I should be asking you, what do you have in mind?
Your mom is my boss. And whatever she says, I'm obliged to do.
Ah, that would be in the official circle. I can tell you that my mom said what she said because she's a woman. So I want you to take whatever she said like the talk of a natural woman.
You talk like you don't know your mother better than I do. Whatever she says, she means it. And whatever she has said up there, she means it. So I would not want to disagree to it so I don't fall out with her.
You know, I'm just seeing you for the very first time. But based on what I've heard about you, I like you. I heard you're a very serious working class lady. I want to ask, look me in the eye and tell me you don't have a serious relationship.
I need you to understand one thing here. The fact that your mother wants us to get to know each other does not mean we should not use our brains. Let's just play along.
Ah, play along. You talk as if you already know I have a serious relationship.
Why would I not know that? And the respect I have for you would have dwindled if you had told me you don't have a relationship.
Of course I wouldn't say that. I just want to talk with you because you are beautiful and charming and sexy.
I'm so happy you're mature, and I'd want us to act like adults. Let's just play along.
Yeah. Don't say it again. I like you as a friend, and I would want to see you as my friend.
Alright, if your mother asks me, I'm going to tell her that we're getting on well. And I wanted to tell her the same thing when she asks you, so that we don't get her angry with us. Just go ahead with your relationship, be with the woman you want to be with, make it work. I don't want to come in between a good relationship. I was in love before, but the experience was not so good, so I wouldn't want to do that to another woman.
You have charmed me with those words. Nice words. And I tell you, I will keep in touch. As a friend.
Okay, and I'm going to be here for you as a friend. Just call me whenever you need me.
Alright.
You have a nice day. I need to get back.
You too. Bye.
dear, how did he come?
I'm through with him now.
You're through with him?
Yes, ma'am.
Where is he now?
He's gone. I can call him back if you want to see him.
No. I can always call him back. Please sit down. I can see that everything went fine.
Yes, ma'am. We started well, like you say, and we have a good foundation for a relationship.
Oh, God. Yes. I settled for you because I know you have the heart of a woman.
I owe you the compliments, ma'am, because you are the boss and I have learned from you.
Now I know I can open up to you.
Ma, what is the letter for?
My retirement is not in the next 8 months, like I told you and your colleagues this morning. I am leaving this establishment next month. You are the woman for my son. I want to tell you here and now that you are taking over this office from me.
Why would they retire you so suddenly?
I asked for it, and I know why I want to retire. I want to help my son build his family. Now that you're the woman for him, it makes the whole work easier for me.
Ma, I'm so happy you find me good enough as your daughter-in-law. I promise I won't disappoint you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ma. Yeah.
Okay.
I have to go back.
Okay.
I can't believe this. I can't even fathom it. Your mother took you to her office to introduce a girl that she found for you?
Yeah.
Hey, what's the meaning of that?
What happened between me and the said girl is simply nothing.
I'm not asking you what happened. I'm asking you, why didn't you tell your mother about me?
Oh, baby, I didn't do that because I know my mother. Look, listen. A lot of the girls who used to come to my place at the early stages of my life, they don't come anymore because they've come to the conclusion that my mother is just a troublemaker.
Even if she's a troublemaker, why haven't you introduced her to me?
Exactly what I am saying. It is not the right time.
Oh, yeah.
Sweetheart, listen. My mother is not the kind of person you meet anyhow. Right? I am waiting for the ideal time. That's all.
So tell me, who's this girl that you've been chatting all day with?
Jesus. Look, I didn't spend the whole day chatting with her. We just talked, that's all. Look, I'll be such a fool, a very big fool, to do anything with any other girl when I have somebody as beautiful as you.
So tell me, who is this girl and where did your mother get her from?
Okay, fine. Her name is Ozokwo. She works with my mother. My mother actually tipped her to take over from her. And that's all. Oh, baby, don't look at me like that. Come on, listen. Look, you of all people should know me. Even if no one else believes me, you should believe me. I cannot do anything with any other girl. Okay? From the bottom of my heart, I love you. I won't do that. Okay?
Woman, I am ready for you.
It is possible that the reason you did all this incantation is to make me believe that you are powerful. But I must tell you, Heather, all these things don't move me. I have come for you to tell me the future of my son with the woman I found for him. Prove to me that you know what you are doing.
That you have no respect for constituted authorities. Is this true?
Of course, I have huge respect for constituted authorities. But one thing with my life is that I am a no-nonsense woman that does not take any rubbish from any person. I was directed by one of my friends. And they said you are very powerful when it comes to seeing into the future. I have come so that you tell me what the future holds for my son and the woman I found for him.
What I see clearly is that she has a link with politics.
I can see you looked into the past. I want you to look into the future and tell me, will she make a good wife for my son?
The right question is, if your son is ready to be a good husband. She is harmless and totally risk-free. All her life, she has prayed for just one thing, the good man. Let your son be the good man and be sure that he will live to enjoy his wife. Remember, she has a link with politics.
I am not disappointed. So, how much am I going to pay you for your services?
Pay me whatever your mind tells you.
Here is 10,000 naira only. I want you to do everything within your power to make sure that things work out the way you said it. I know my son. He is a good man.
Very well then. We shall try our best.
Thank you.
Kimberly, I want to know why you elected to play with me. How do you actually think I am one of those cheap, low-class girls that you can play with?
Well, I'm sure you know what pomo is. Those who have easy access to fish do not see anything good in pomo. Do you know what that means?
I don't understand. Please, can you explain?
Okay, let me ask you. When you have access to the original of anything, would you want anything to do with the fake one?
What are you talking about? Are you actually talking to me?
The meaning is simple. You see, there's a beautiful lady in this town. Her name is Brenda Pascal. Okay, she's a taxi driver, but I can tell you that she's even more than the Ministry of Transport itself. Well, I'm happy to inform you that she has obliged me, and everything I ever felt for you, everything I had for you, I have given to her.
Well, what I understand from your low-class explanation is that you're actually dating a common taxi driver.
Yes, a common taxi driver. Oh yes, but I love her, and she understands me. She understands that I'm not a two-timer like those who you die for. I'm the kind of man that when I'm hooked with one woman, I am hooked and I do not two-time.
Well, I am so disappointed to realize that you are actually what I've always believed you are.
Let me tell you something. That day is coming when you will realize that all men are important. Anyway, I have no energy to go on like this with you, but I want to tell you something. A day is coming when you will realize that women like you who create class difference between men will be caught in the middle someday. Our day is coming. That day is coming fast. Well, I'm not going to change my line. This phone is permanently with me. This number is permanently on. Because I know one day and soon you're going to call me. And when you call, I will be here to say, Hello?
Kimberly. What does he think he can do?
There you are.
I was calling you as I was coming, and your phone keep registering user busy. Who are you talking with?
Yes, I was speaking with Susan, the lady I told you about.
She called you or you called her?
Why would I call her? She called me and was full of anger, talking and yakking, getting angry. I didn't pick her call all of last night. So I told her, yes, I wouldn't pick her call because I'd fallen in love. Fallen in love with a cab driver, a taxi driver.
Never you live under the illusion that I'm just a cab girl, because I'm equal to so many things.
I know. I know that on the first day I saw you, I knew you were equal to a lot of things. And yours truly here is also equal to a whole lot of things.
I must say you have a way with words.
Yes,
but that's that. By the way, please call them to give me something to drink.
Of course. Who's there?
Waiter!
So how was your day?
I know exactly why they directed you to me. I know everybody and I know everything. Here in Obuleno, I remain the most popular MC. I know Ozokwor, and if you pay me well, I will tell you everything you want to hear.
There's one thing you must not do. Don't take me as a vulnerable woman you can exploit, because I'm not going to give you a dime until you have proved to me that you know Ozokwor very well.
Yes, madam, I'm not moved. I can see you are a tough woman, but I must chop your money. Ozokwor is from Ezene village here in Obuleno. She's an orphan. Her only surviving uncle is Stephen Ozokwor, who is also the secretary of town union. As you want your son to marry, and I will take you to a man that will make it work. So can I have the money now?
Sweetie, why did you bring me here?
I brought you here so we can drink and be happy.
But sweetie, you know that I don't drink. I mean, why bring me to a VIP bar?
Yes, I know you don't drink, but you know, I like to set the record straight.
What record? I mean, hello?
She's the reason we're here. Hi. Oh, come on. Do me the honors. Do me the honors. Meet my fiancée, Esther. Oh, my sweetheart. Lovely lady. I love her so much. She means everything to me. The whole world. And meet Anne. Anne Ozokwor. Same Anne. Same Anne my mother wants me to marry. Yes, I decided to bring her here because she now wants to work with me. So I deemed it fit to get my fiancé into it.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Sit your ass. So what would you like to take?
I don't know. Let me see what they have.
All right, feel free.
Guess who's calling me? Your mom. Hello, Ma.
Are you from Ezene village of Obulenu?
Yes, ma'am, from Ezene village.
Do you have an uncle named Stephen?
Yes, Stephen Okwano is my only surviving uncle. He lives in the family house in the village. Why are you asking, Ma?
Never mind why I'm asking, my dear. Are you no longer my daughter-in-law? Yeah? See, just realize that my son will be a good man. Both of you shall make excellent couple. Thank you.
I don't know what's going on. Your mother seems to know my only surviving uncle, and she knows the name of my village.
Is your village far from here?
Yes, Obulenu is about 7 hours drive from here. Is she making inquiries about me? Because I can't remember. I didn't submit any of those information in the office. Something is definitely going on.
Benson, the MC of Obulenu, directed me to you. He says you are the only one that can make it work. And I want you to make it work.
Did Benson tell you my name here in Obulenu?
I was attracted by your name because it shows that you are a man of outstanding integrity. That's why I have come to you.
Here in Obulenu, it is men that make marriage inquiries. So why are you here at night making marriage inquiries?
The MC told me a lot of good things about you. And I will advise you, don't let him down. Don't disappoint the young man by creating unnecessary problems.
No, I'm not creating problems. I'm only telling you the right procedures regarding your son marrying an Okwozo. I will make it work. Once he declares his public interest, I will make it work.
Hilary, why are you behaving as if you don't know what is happening? Your mother is already making a concrete plan for you to marry that girl.
You think it's ever going to work? Oh, come on, sweetheart. Give me a break. Give me a break. Oh, don't do this. Don't stop overworking your sexy, beautiful self.
You think so?
Yeah.
Your mother called her in your presence, asking her about her background.
So?
So?
Yes, so. So freaking what?
Okay.
Tell me. Look, that lady in there already knows that you are my fiancé. You are my wife-to-be, so...
Hilary, you attended a meeting engineered by your mother. Your mother introduced you to that girl. You both went together and agreed to play games on your mother. She later went ahead to your mother and told her that everything was well with you. Hilary, what if your mother surprises you and marries her for you? What will you do?
You tell me. If she decides to do that in my absence, is she also going to do that in the lady's absence? Come on, look, wait. I've said this before. You just get all the boo. You don't need all that. Listen, that lady in there understands that you are my fiancé.
Hilary, what is wrong with you? I mean, what is the matter with you? Are you telling me that you trust that girl in there? Is it what you're telling me? Hilary, come on. Hilary, think.
All right. Give me a second.
Fine, take an hour if you want.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
I want you to take me to your mother and introduce me to her. Tell her that we are engaged and tell her that our plans will not work. It won't work.
Baby, don't do this. Don't do this. I've explained to you before. You don't handle my mother like that. I've known this lady for years. Look, It's a gradual process.
It is a gradual process. It is a gradual process, right? Listen to me, Hilary. Sweetheart, if you claim to love me as you say you do, you will take me to your mother tomorrow morning and tell her that I am your fiancé.
Okay. You really think that's the best thing to do?
I don't think so. I know so, okay? You're taking me to your mother tomorrow morning. I'm going to meet her. It is sealed, all right?
Sorry I kept you waiting. I had to make a very important explanation to my woman. Hope you don't mind.
No, it's okay. Esther, I feel you see me as a risk and you think I want to snatch your man. Don't worry, such is never going to happen. I was once in love and I know how it is to come in between two lovers. You should see me as friend, and I'm not a girl that will come and stab her friend in the back. Thank you. Well, I feel so relieved. Thank you.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm fine. Sit down, let me go over.
See, what have you been eating? You keep getting fat every time I come here, I noticed.
I am doing everything possible now to understand.
I'm aware you've gone to Obolenu to ask questions on your aunt. And I'm wondering why you would elect to drive that long distance to make some unfounded inquiries.
Is that what you call it?
Yes.
Now listen, I met a man named Ozokwo, and he has promised to make things work. And I trust him. Listen, I'm not asking you to contribute anything. Just go with me to Obolenu and make a public declaration that you want to marry Ann Okwozo. That's all.
I am sorry, Mother, but you are only chasing shadows. I have a girl named Esther. We've been dating for like 2 years now. She is the one I'm going to marry and not your Ann.
You know what I'm going to tell you immediately? You're a joker.
Fine, I'm a joker, but at least I'm an adult. I make my own decisions. Nobody will decide anything for me.
I want you to bear this in mind, that you are going with me to Obolenu.
Mother, most of the people who have high blood pressure today brought it upon themselves. Don't start something you cannot finish. I have made it clear I am going to Iselolisa, not Obolenu.
You know, the most painful aspect of it is that my son, who could have stood by me, is actually taking sides with that stupid thing he called his wife. She has so much brainwashed him that my son do not even listen to me anymore.
Hey! Are you telling me that you never saw any glimpse of evil in her before allowing your son to marry her?
That is the thing with these Olise women. They can pretend. She pretended throughout the duration of their courtship that I personally gave her 100% as a wife. I was the one that asked my son to end the courtship and go ahead and marry her. But as soon as she gave birth to her set of twin boys, she became something else right under my eyes.
Do
you know that she even forced my son to go and build a house for her in her father's house? I went to Iselolisa to inquire, and I was told that that's the way they know they're great women. The women that force their husbands to come and build a house in their father's house.
This is actually difficult to imagine.
I will never allow anybody I know to pick a wife from Iselolisa.
You can say it again. Hey! Wait a minute. Are you saying that this your Esther is from Iselolisa?
Yes, she's from Iselolisa. A very beautiful lady, lovely lady I want to marry. She is the woman for me.
Oh my goodness. Go back to that your Esther and tell her that the fallacy of Madam Uwe will never happen here.
And what do you mean by fallacy of Madam Uwe?
There's a friend of mine named Madam Uwe. She allowed her son to marry a woman from Izelolisa. That same woman, at the last minute, forced her husband to go and build a duplex in her father's company in Izelolisa.
And is there anything wrong with a man building a house for his in-law if the finances are there?
Hey! You see what I mean? She has unleashed the evil of her people on my son. And my son is not now talking like somebody who is caged. Hey! Look, they can cage anybody, but they can never cage my own son. They cannot!
Look, mother, I think we're done with this. I have made it clear I am going to Iselolisa, not Obulenu. Good night.
Come again! My son, a friend of mine allowed her son to go and marry a woman from Izelolisa. That woman from Izelolisa ended up destroying her family. This family cannot be so remembered.
Mother, you of all people should know this. Women who are evil because of their individual characters. It has nothing to do with where one comes from. A living example is your kid sister, Auntie Chidera. As we speak, Chidera has been married to 4 men. 4. And right now, I think she's even single. She's not living with the 4th person. Now that is Auntie Chidera for you. You cannot say that all the women from Obuloland are like that. There are certainly some women from Obuloland who are responsible, who are committed to fidelity, who know what it means to live with a man, who know what family means. Mother, I am done with this. Good night.
Never! I will never allow my son to marry a woman from Izelolisa. Never! It will not happen. How can you use Chidera to compare me? Who is Chidera? She has her life to live, I have my own life to live. Look at me. I lived with my husband all through until he died. I tried my best as a woman. Single-handedly I raised you up. I did everything to make sure that the name of this family stands without being dented. Never. You are a joker. A joker of the dying minute. Joker. That's what you are.
Good evening, Ma.
Where are you as we speak?
I'm in my house.
Hilary just left my house now.
Is there a problem, Ma?
Hilary is not even thinking about you. Hilary has a woman from Izelolisa. He has dated for 2 years and he says he wants to marry.
If that's the case, I would let him go ahead and marry his woman.
What do you mean by that? Are you out of your senses?
Ma, if he's engaged to some other woman, I'll just let him go. It would be very unfair for me to come in between a thriving relationship. Since he's seeing some other woman, let him just go ahead and marry her.
I called you this night because I want you to come and see me first thing tomorrow morning.
Ma, you're the one that handed over to me as the head of personnel. Tomorrow is Monday morning. There's no way I would not report to the office.
The reason I allowed you to take over my office is that I wanted my son to marry you. Don't give me the impression that you now value the work more than my son.
Ma, I don't have anything with your son yet. We just agreed to have an affair. But now that you told me he's engaged to some other woman out, I should be the one who is wounded.
That is the thing. See, I want you to feel wounded. I want you to fight like a lioness. See me first thing tomorrow morning.
I'll have to report to the office first and I'll see you later. Good night, Ma.
I must learn from the mistake of others. I will never allow it to happen to me. I will never allow it to happen. Do you know that my son told me to my face that he will never allow anybody to dictate to him? I am going to prove to him that I am still the same old Madame Lufthansa that does not take rubbish from anybody.
Madame Lufthansa, I will advise that to apply caution here.
What do you mean apply caution?
What I found out subsequently showed me that my impression that some Iselos Olise women are bad is wrong. At least I've seen some Iselos Olise women that are good and decent.
Wait a minute. Are you by any means trying to cajole me into allowing my son to make the same mistake that your son made?
Of course not. At least you know that I'm one of those people that preach against marrying the women of Iselo Lisa. And that my son married a useless girl from Iselo Lisa does not mean that all the women from Iselo Lisa are bad. At least our district head of the women convention is from this Iselo Lisa, and she's the best woman I've ever seen. Very nice, very decent.
So, what are you advising me to do?
My dear, I will advise you to give that young girl, your son Fan, a chance. Get to stay with her and get to know her.
My dear, do you know that I have already concluded arrangements with some notable men from Obilenu that my son will marry from their town? The girl I found for my son is my successor in my office. Very nice woman. I just imagine, why can't my son marry this noble woman from Obilenu and leave that stupid girl from Iselo Lisa?
Madame Lufthansa. You see, I have found out that what we mothers like in the young women is different from what the young guys like. They are the ones that will marry the women, and they are the ones that will live with them. At least their interests should supersede whatever we like.
My dear, this is very difficult for me because I never thought in my life that I would go through this situation.
And there's not something we cannot handle. Okay? At least don't let it weigh you down.
The worst thing that can happen to any woman, any mother, is to have a daughter-in-law that does not listen to her. I can allow my son do anything, but when it comes to marriage, if he must marry from Iselo Lisa, I will investigate her to the last.
You're just talking as if you know Iselo Lisa women very well.
Not only do I know them very well, I know them inside out. These women are only concerned about their husbands. See, when it comes to fight, an Iselo Lisa woman can fight you to any length to protect her husband. But the only problem they have is that they have this deep hatred for mother-in-laws.
Are you saying that if I allow this said woman to marry my son, then she will hate me?
I am not telling you this because you asked me. I'm telling you this because it's something I know very well. She will not even recognize your existence. They have this deep hatred for mother-in-laws. Even on Mother's Day, an Iselo Lisa woman will pack her children, including your son, to her mother's house. An Iselo Lisa woman can marry to any tribe, but that will not change her from being an Iselo Lisa woman. So I will advise you not to allow your son marry from there.
Hey! Look at, why won't Hilary ever do what I say? Of all the tribes in this whole world, he cannot choose from any part except from Iselo Lisa.
Their own Olise is not the same with ours. Their Olise is quite different from ours. I will advise you not to allow your son to be part of it.
Hey. You have been a priest, and I know you have handled a lot of cases. I have come because I know that you can always give me the proper advice. Tell me, what's your impression about Iselo Lisa women?
I do not know what you mean by my impression.
Do they make good housewives?
Do you have anyone that wants to marry from there.
Is it not my son? I found a woman for him. Someone I know very well. Someone I can trust. But my son has refused to start anything with this noble woman that I found for him. He's talking about a woman from Isele that he has been going out with for the past 2 years now. And people are telling me that Isele women can hardly make good housewives. That is why I have come to the place. Because I believe that you know more than ordinary people. Please tell me, what do you know about Isele women?
I do not know much about Isele people. But what I know about virtuous woman is that it has nothing to do with where one comes from. It is an individual character trait. And I will advise you to look at a woman as an individual, not where she came from.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. I will surely keep you posted concerning every development. Thank you.
Selecting a wife requires prayers. I urge you to pray for your son to make a good choice. Encourage him to pray, because prayer is the master key.
Thank you, Odyssey. Thank you. I'll keep you posted. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for your good counsel. Now listen to me, Hilary. I've been out all day trying to gather information about the character of women from Isele. And from what I know, I'm not going to allow you marry anyone from that town.
There is something I need you to understand, Mother. I am not under you. I am a full-grown man. I make my own decisions. I am responsible for my achievements and failures. I have chosen a wife for myself. Why is it so difficult for you to accept my fiancé? Why?
Don't tell me you are ready to disobey your mother because of a woman from Isele that you just found, you started dating 2 years ago.
Mother, I ask again, why is it so difficult for you to understand that your son is in love? Why?
Please, Hilary, don't give me that rubbish about love. That's their talking trait. They pretend as if they love you so much. Once they succeed, they will show you their real nature.
Well, Mother, the Esther I found for myself, she is not like that. She is totally different. She's not guilty of all the things you just said.
How do you know? Is she not from Isele? They are all the same.
You know what, Mother? Our leave starts day after tomorrow. I'm going to bring her to your place to spend some time with you, and then we take it from there. You get to know her.
I don't want to see her. The fact that she's from Isele has disqualified her. I don't want to see her.
Mother, prepare yourself to host us as from day after tomorrow. Like I said, I'll bring her to your place. She'll spend some time, you get to know her, and then you can draw your conclusion from there. Find out if she's a nice person, and not to judge her based on what people said about her people. Please. Thank you.
Your mother is a very difficult woman.
Yes, she is. And you know what? She succeeds when you give her space. But I know her. I know her very well. That's why I follow her bumper to bumper. That's why we keep having problems.
Okay. I want to get down to business while you're here.
You know, the only reason I'm doing business with your office is because you are the one seated there. If my mother was still here, I would not do business with you guys. Never.
You said that before, and I told you that I appreciate it. So can we just make use of the time we have to get the best out of what we want?
Beautiful. Let's kick it up. Google the company I told you about.
What's the name again?
OC&CO. Yeah.
What's that?
Madam, can I say something?
What do you have to say?
I overheard you telling Brother Hilary that he cannot marry from Isilolise kingdom.
What and what did you hear?
You told him that he cannot marry from Isilolise, and I want to plead with you not to maintain your stand on that.
What do you know?
My former madam was from Isilolise, and she was such a noble woman that compelled a lot of young girls to take her as their role model.
Wait a minute. Is it because I allowed you to live freely here that gave you the audacity to poke nose into the private telephone conversation I was having with my son?
No, not at all, mother. It's just that this is about family, and you already told me that I'm part of the family. My madam actually died fighting for her husband, and that's the nature of all Isilolise women. They don't just sit and watch their husbands fight for them. They fight for their husbands.
And what was the relationship between your late madam and her mother-in-law?
Oh, it was a very cordial relationship. In fact, the day she was buried, it was her mother-in-law that cried the most. And she never stopped telling people that she had lost a daughter-in-law that proved to be more than a daughter. And that's why I want to plead with you that if Brother Hilary wants to marry from Isilolise, please allow him. I'm very sure she'll make a beautiful wife.
Get out. Get out!
Sorry, ma'am.
Maybe I should allow them come. Then I will get to know her attitude and character personally.
Hi.
This is very big.
So where did you search? We're everywhere. The house is big. You should know I'm here. Well, I know. Oh, I knew you want to play a very. Stop it. Don't start what you can't finish, okay? Don't even start. You can't finish it. Oh my gosh. Stop it. Stop it.
Are you sure you know?
No, of course I know that you love me. Yeah, I do. Stop it.
My mother called me and I would like us to go spend some time with her. Yeah, say a few weeks.
Is that what she said?
No, not like that's what she said, but that's what I want us to do. You see, my mother has drawn this come on, don't do that. Look, my mother has drawn this conclusion about your people. You know, she believes that all the women from your place are evil. So I want us to go spend some time there and you prove her wrong.
Listen, I've told you severally, okay? I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I live my life the way I want to live it and how I want to live it. I live a very normal life, okay? And if anyone wants to draw a conclusion from it, that's their business.
Sweetheart.
I won't change for nobody.
All right, fine. I know you live a normal life, and that is why I love you. That is why I love you. And you are the one I'm going to marry, so I want us to go there and you live your normal life. It's not like it's going to change anything, but please.
Please, but seriously, like,
I know.
You know how she, you know how she can be at times. You know your mother.
I know, please.
Okay.
What shall I do to please mama? What shall I do to please mama? Please mama. What shall I do to please mama? Please mama. She is the mother of my love, but she does not like me. She is the mother of my love, but she does not like me. What shall I do to please Mama?
Mama, we are here.
Oh, here we are.
Good afternoon, Ma.
Good day, Mother.
I don't need to ask you. You must be the so-called Esther. The woman from Olisa that wants to wed my son by all possible means.
Mother, let's not start the holiday like this. We are your guests and we expect you to welcome us properly.
Of course you are welcome here. Who says you are not welcomed? My maid has taken your things inside. So you are welcome.
Well, Mother, some manners will truly be appreciated. Oh, sweetheart, come on, cheer up.
Okay.
Cheer up. This is my mother. She is known as Madame Lufthansa, a former senior officer of the Ministry of Labor and Productivity. She is retired, like I told you.
Oh.
And Mother, with me here is my lovely Esther, the one I told you about. And Mother, she is not trying to wed me by all means because I'm the one who went for her. And I'm still holding her by my side because I love her. I love her very much. And I want you to start seeing her as your daughter-in-law, Mother.
He forgot to tell you that I am an executive member of Catholic Women Organization. And as such, I don't expect both of you to stay in one room. As long as you are under my roof as my guests, you should stay in separate rooms. At least to teach you a little bit of decency. I don't care what you have done with yourselves anyway.
Ma, I honestly think that there won't be a problem with that.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a house.
Yeah.
It's all right. Cool. It's okay. So now let me go show you your room.
Okay, I'm sorry, can I go with him for him to show me the room?
You don't have to ask her that. We are here already. Thank you.
Nice meeting you, Ma.
Come on, please.
She has not even impressed me with her first appearance impression. And I don't think that she will ever impress me in this world anymore. Cellulisa, stupid Cellulisa woman. This is red wine. Drink it. It's good for your heart.
I'm sorry, Ma. I don't drink.
Is it that you don't want to drink now?
I don't drink alcohol. Red wine contains alcohol.
Hey, Mother, what's the problem? Why are you looking at her like that?
Why is she such a terrible pretender?
Pretender? What's wrong?
I gave her red wine. She said she doesn't drink alcohol.
Of course my Esther doesn't take alcohol. Is that what you call pretense?
I want to let you know that I know Izelol is a woman more than you. Why are you defending her? Leave her to me. Let me handle this girl by myself. You brought her for me to mold her.
Mother, that is not why we are here. We're not here for you to mold her. Look, you are deliberately trying to provoke my fiancé, and Mother, that is not fair.
I want to take her upstairs and talk with her.
Whoa. Wait, Mother, wait, hang on. I will allow you to do that, but let us be reasonable and civilized in our line of questioning. Please.
Yes, sir. Noted, sir.
Yes, Lucy, I would like you to do me a favor.
What favor, sir? I can do anything for you.
I want you to allow my woman do the meals while we're here.
Oh, that's not a problem. You didn't need to ask me. I know that's the right thing to do. And actually, I'm already setting up the kitchen for her.
Oh, good. Nice. Don't worry. This December, I'll do a special shopping for you.
Oh, thank you. But Hilary?
Yes?
Something else I'd like to tell you. It's not because you promised to shop for me in December, but because I really want to say this.
Okay. Shoot it.
You are very lucky.
Why would you say that?
Well, my former madam was from Iselolise Kingdom, and she loved her husband more than anything. She actually died while she was rushing to save her husband's life. The bullet that was meant to kill him killed her instead. But I just want you to know that the lady you have with you from Iselolise Kingdom is going to be a blessing to your home.
I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. Just be thankful to God for giving you a good wife.
Are you not going to answer the question?
I don't understand the question you're asking me.
I am going to break it down for you. All through your secondary school days, how many abortions did you carry out?
Abortions?
Yes, abortions.
I have never had an abortion in my life.
Your lies will make things difficult for us.
I am not lying to you, Mother. I lost my virginity when I was about leaving the university. And it was because of my stupidity. All my friends in my class were making mockery of me. I personally went to the class governor then, a very intelligent student, and who doesn't take rubbish on campus. I told him to do it to me. I just wanted to know how it felt then. Aside the class governor and Hilary, who I met 2 years ago, I have not known any man.
From your chief defense, what I can readily get is that you're a lousy lesbian. And I wonder why you think I will allow my son to marry a lesbian.
Lesbian?
Lesbian.
Why would you conclude that I'm a lesbian? I have never in my life practiced lesbianism, so why would you conclude that?
The right question is, if your son is ready to be a good husband. She is harmless and totally risk-free. All her life, she has prayed for just one thing, a good man. Let your son be the good man and be sure that he will live to enjoy his wife. Remember, she has a link with politics.
You're a pretender. And I'm going to prove to you that you cannot get anything from me through pretense.
Mother, I come from a very strong Christian home. The ethics of a good life was imbibed in me. I don't lie and I don't pretend.
Yes. Think of your claim to Christianity. Tell me everything about your Christian life.
I believe in the Almighty God, the creator of heaven and earth. I believe in Trinity. I believe in the death and resurrection of Christ. I believe in the second coming of Christ. And most importantly, I believe in holiness. And I believe without holiness, no man
shall see God.
How many times do you pray? Or how often do you pray?
I pray every day. And I believe that with prayers, nothing is impossible.
Where do your parents live?
My parents live in Onitsha. My father is in the main market. He sells kitchen appliances.
I don't know why I have this impression that we are just an unrepentant pretender.
Mother, I think we should just leave posterity to judge me. I don't lie.
Baby. Are you guys done? What did she tell you?
Your mother is not just difficult, she's also impossible.
Okay. You're starting to realize that yourself. I told you that before we got here. Like you said, she is just impossible, but I believe we'll overcome her.
She was just asking me absurd questions.
Like what?
Well, I don't want to talk about it, okay? She says I'm a liar and I pretend.
You don't have to worry about that. Because surely I know you're not a liar and a pretender. Or are you? You're a liar. I'm just kidding. Go into the kitchen and make dinner for us.
Without your mother's permission?
My permission is what counts. I already told Lucy, and she is waiting for you.
Oh, God. Okay, what do you suggest I prepare?
Anything. I can't think of anything my love cannot cook. So just go in there. She's waiting for you. She'll tell you what they have for dinner and take it from there.
Okay. Well, this is going to be a wonderful experience, trust me.
Of course I know that. And your phone has been ringing, so just take it.
Lipstick, right?
Okay. All right, here you go.
Okay, babe. Okay. Oh, God. Wish me luck.
That's exactly what you need. I love you.
Welcome to our simple kitchen.
Hi. Thank you.
I haven't done anything yet because your husband says you'll be the one to cook.
Oh, really? Well, fine. So, what are we cooking?
Vegetable soup.
Okay. Well, I asked Hilary and he said that he was the one that approved. But do you think it's proper for me to cook without Madam's consent?
Well, she never enters the kitchen. And then just cook anything. You never know when she may actually fall in love with you.
You sound as if she told you that she doesn't like me.
No, she didn't tell me anything, but I remember when I first moved in here, she didn't like me at all. She was very unbearable. She was always cursing out and calling me names and constantly reminding me that I'm from a low background. But I never for one day showed her anger. I ignored her. So I want you to do the same. Just endure all of it. She'll wake up one day and all of a sudden she likes you.
Well, she took me to the mini sitting room upstairs and she asked me so many questions. I mean, funny questions. Very funny ones.
That's my madam for you. Sometimes she gets so vulgar with her words that you begin to wonder what manner of Christian mother is this. But I'll advise you to just please ignore her, and we have to get to cooking now before she starts raising the roof down.
Well, I'm really happy that you told me all this, but honestly, I have a feeling that there is an underground plan to frustrate me.
Well, even if there is, refuse to be frustrated. Okay?
Okay. I like you already.
I like you more.
So, where are the things, the fridge, right?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. Everything you need is in
vegetable soup, right?
Everything you need.
Mother, I am stunned by what you just said. You've called me a gay before, and now you're calling my fiancée a lesbian.
That's what she is. She told me herself that she never had a boyfriend. So, what do you expect?
And you think that's impossible? Of course. You think it can happen? Oh, Mother. Mother, why don't you just do less of these things you do that make people speak bad about you?
You think I'm bothered about the junk people say? I'm only concerned about you. And that is why I will never allow you to make any mistakes.
Look, Mother, if you tell me you don't believe that a woman can stay in this era without getting herself contaminated by the things of this world, then I tell you, Mother, I am bothered.
Bothered about what?
Because it would simply mean that the mothers are no longer committed to the teachings of the church. And then I wonder why people go to church.
Wait a minute. Don't tell me that you believe what that thing that you brought here said. That it was towards her exit from the university that she lost her virginity?
Yes, Mother, that is the truth. Oh, Jesus. Look, Mother, you are taking this thing too far. You're taking your questioning too far. Look, you're presenting yourself like a wild woman, and I want my fiancé, I want this lady to respect you, to respect my mother. I don't want her to have that kind of impression of you.
The devil you know is better than the angel you don't know.
Wait. Are you possibly calling my fiancé a devil?
I would have preferred you bringing home a wild woman that has seen all the odds of life and decided to settle down, become a wife and a mother. I would have loved that more than this one that is claiming not to know anything. She's a pretender, and I hate pretenders. I hate them.
Destroy my love, destroy my joy.
Hi! They're exposing themselves one by one. I'll catch them.
My joy. Mama said I am bad.
Lucy!
My food is bad.
Lucy!
My body is bad. Mama said I am bad.
Which spice did you use in this soup?
You don't like it?
I love it. See, I am asking because I wanted to use the spice very often. It brought out the taste of the soup.
Yes, but I don't think it's the spice that brought out the taste because it's the same spice we always use. That new taste may actually be the change in cooking pattern.
What pattern did you change to?
Maybe I should call Esther so she'll come and then you can ask her and thank her too.
Let it not be true.
What?
Is it the son I cooked this soup?
Yes, and she's a wonderful cook. Ma? Is it Ma? Are you alright, Ma? Sorry, Ma.
Mother.
What is it? Come and see the useless soup your so-called wife to be prepared. I'm not the vegetable soup that every other woman can cook. She could not cook it. Go and prepare noodles for me. Go and
Mother, there is nothing wrong with this soup. Absolutely nothing. This is the same soup I ate and it's wonderful. The taste is super.
The taste will be super in your mouth now because you no longer have taste. Eh? This is alone is a woman has destroyed your taste bud. Don't even know when you are served tasteless soup anymore.
Mother, you're just being too difficult.
If this is the kind of food she'll be cooking for you, no problem. You can go ahead and marry her. You can go ahead and marry her. But I'll be the one cooking your meals.
Mama said I am bad. My food is bad. All about
prepare the noodles.
My world is turning to hell. What shall I do?
You asked me to make noodles, and that's what I want to make.
My goodness. You're such a big fool. So, if I didn't come into this place, I would have actually prepared noodles. Who will eat noodles?
You now. You're the madam, and I'm only doing what you asked me to do.
Listen, I came to give you stern warning. I don't want to ever hear you tell anybody that I commanded that stupid soup. If I ever hear it from anybody, you know what I'm going to do to you? I will throw you out of this house. Not just that, I will ensure that you are forced out of this entire town.
Yes, ma. You won't hear about the commendation from anybody.
I don't want my son to marry that girl. You are my maid. I want you to join forces with me to force her out of my son's life.
Excuse me, ma. She knows how to prepare a lot of delicacies. So, I'm thinking you allow her stay till I learn everything from her about the kitchen, then you can send her away.
Sale. That's all you know. Food and nothing but food. It's people like you that make their husband's stomach to start protruding a few months after marriage. Food.
Good night, ma. Wicked Madam Lufthansa. The soup that you were enjoying, because it's Esther that prepared, all of a sudden you don't like the soup again. Don't even know what you benefit from.
If this is not hell, how will hell look like? How can somebody elect to be this wicked? Oh God. Oh God.
Oh, baby. Sweetheart, why are you not sleeping? You should get some rest.
Hilary, if I stay with your mother for so long, I will go insane.
I know. That is why I told you before we came here. I told you my mother is a very difficult woman. And she even knows it. Sometimes she says it herself that she is difficult. I believe she knows what she's doing.
I have a problem with something. Your mother had fault with my food. Listen, I take exceptions to that. You can say anything bad about me, but not with my food. Hilary, I know everything about cooking and you know it.
Sweetheart, I know. You don't have to say all this. I know you're cooking. That is why I'm telling you. Don't mind what she said. Whatever she said out there is total crap. I don't care. She can say anything.
I know what she wants me to do. She wants to provoke me, so I'll get angry with her and do something very stupid. But you know what? I will disappoint her because of the training I got as a schoolgirl. I will never, ever, ever in my life be angry with a mother. I won't.
Look. Oh, Jesus. Mother, are you here again? Sleep! Go to bed, go and sleep! Ah!
Is there anything deadlier than giving someone bad dinner? She has unleashed the zenith of punishment against me. Now I want you to just leave. Go to your room. I want to talk to her.
You want to talk with her by this time of the night? Mother, can't you just allow this young lady to be? What is your problem? Let her be!
Just leave. This is women's business. I want to talk to her. Go now. Just doing my work as a mother. Leave.
Okay, fine. Fine, you made your point.
Why don't you leave her alone? What? Go now, leave us to talk. Why are you taking sides already?
Alright.
I started talking and then you're taking sides. Just doing the work of a mother. Tell me, how many serving governors do you know?
I don't like politics.
Who is talking about what your likes and dislikes? Me. Madam Lufthansa is too big to start discussing your likes and dislikes. I just want to know your level of exposure. Tell me, how many governors do you know? Ex or serving governors?
I don't know any governors.
Have you ever been to party at the government house? I mean, have you ever interacted with the timbers and calibers, men of timber and caliber? That is to say, men who control the finance of this nation.
Mother, I have told you that I don't like politics. I mean, I cannot associate myself with politicians because I don't like them.
I know for sure that the woman my son will marry has link with politics. Now tell me, do you have any link with politics?
The only link I have with politics is that I criticize lame governance. I am always very comfortable with the views of the opposition. That's why I would never say that I am a politician. I see myself more as a reformer.
It will definitely be a miracle if my son marries you after all. Because you don't fit in anywhere. Not from any angle.
Mama, I'm sorry. Can I tell you something?
What do you have to say?
I know that Hilary is your son that I have come to love. I love your son so much. And heaven knows that I love your son. I want to be a woman that will love your son. I want to be a woman that will respect your son. I want to be a woman that would not look down on your son. I want to be a woman that would never give your son high blood pressure. That is the woman I want to be to your son. I don't just want to be a wife. I want to also be a mother.
Hey! You see it? Hey! Open confession. I said it. You can never be. I remain his mother and I will always be. You want to kill me so that you will become his mother. Hey! God. God that answered by fire. You have answered my prayer. This one is open confession. I have even heard it. The people from your area are witches. So you want to kill me? Witch! Witch! Amosu. You want to kill me and become my son's mother? God, I give you praise. You see, God has never disappointed me. Has always answered my prayer. Let me tell you, your plans will not work. Never! Because I will not die but live to testify of the goodness and mightiness of God in the land of the living. You cannot kill me. Not you. Not 20 people like you. Witch! I wish my son were here to listen to you. Say this. Open confession. Hey! Witches and wizards. Hey!
In the name of Jesus. In the mighty name of Jesus. Father, heaven, I worship you. Lord, I give you praise. I say be thou exalted. Father God, you know I don't deserve all this. I don't know what I deserve to get all this from this woman. Lord, King of Glory, take control in this house. Fight my battle for me. It is a battle I'm not willing to fight.
Mother, take a good look at my fiance. Isn't she beautiful? Come on, Mom, show her what you got. Show her what you got.
Okay.
What do you think?
It is very clear to me that you don't even know what beauty means. That is why you see a classless woman and you're saying she's beautiful.
Mother, are you not tired of all this? What is your problem?
I'm doing everything possible to make your eyes open, but they're just impossible. Why are you not seeing what is glaring?
Mother, keep your views to yourself. We're off to the community cinema.
Stupid fellow is a woman going to community cinema looking like a fool. I have told you to leave my son alone. You don't want to leave him. I will prove to you that I have all that it takes to make you leave him. Foolish, stupid fellow, Lisa.
Ma, I came to announce that the appetizer is ready.
Come back here! Why are you such a fat promoter? Why?
Ma, you taught me that civilized way of eating is to serve appetizer first before main dish, and main dish will soon be ready. So I came to.
Just get out! Hey, come back here. I want you to go in there and prepare. You are going to the community cinema. Eh? You know how to dress well. I mean, sexy. Know it? I want you to go in there. Go and dress sexy. Are you daft?
No.
Go and dress up. You fools. You will just behave like you don't have sense.
Wait, hey, sweetheart, please, baby, don't do this. Oh, don't let what my mother said get you worked up. I've told you that is how this lady is, please. But hey, please, I'm begging you. Look, we're going out to have fun. Let's not spoil the mood. Right?
Okay.
What shall I do to please mama? What shall I do to please mama? Please mama. What shall I do to please mama? Please mama. She is the mother of my love, but she does not like me. She is the mother of my love, but she does not like me. What shall I do to please mama?
Hey!
I'm ready.
This is unbelievable. Chai! Lucy! Hi! Why am I even looking for someone outside when you are here?
Huh? I'm sorry, Ma, I don't quite follow.
Look at you. Are you not beautiful?
Oh, thank you.
Better than that from my son presented. As it is now. Eh? You are the one I want. Chai!
Ma, I'm sorry, but let's not think of the impossible.
What do you call impossible? With Madame Lufthansa, everything is possible.
Well, Brother Hilary has come to see me as a sister already, and it will be difficult for me to make his manhood rise.
Lucy.
Ma?
Do you like politics?
Of course, you know I like politics. Political news is my favorite news.
That is it! See, I want you to go to the community cinema. Try and sit very close to my son. Start now to impose yourself as the one he's going to wed. Hey! It hot! That Esther must be shown the exit door. See, start now to carry yourself as someone who lives with Madam Lufthansa. Okay. Never allow anybody intimidate you.
Okay.
Hey! Shot. Take.
Okay.
Carry go.
Okay, what? I'll be back.
Good girl. Very hot. Chai! This is it. Hey! In fact, I don't even care where she comes from. That marriage is cancelled. Hey!
Hello, ma.
I am calling to tell you officially that I am going to deal with you.
Why will you deal with me?
I asked for a tiny favor and you decided to turn me down. I am going to prove to you that the older cook will always have more broken utensils.
Where are you, ma?
Why do you ask?
Because I want to come and see you. You sound like you're so angry with me and I don't want you to be angry with me.
I don't want you to come and see me. Don't come and see me. About the what I asked you to do for me, forget about it. Because it's obvious you have not even started doing it. Somebody else is doing it. Stay away.
I'm sorry to ask, ma, but are you really serious about this your agenda of trying to destroy a noble relationship your son has built for almost 2 years with a woman he loves?
Hey, you are still talking about love. Hey, you are still talking about love because nobody has threatened your life. Stay away from me, oh. And I want you to realize that I will deal with you. You see.
Madam Lufthansa, why is she such a troublesome mother?
Hilary.
Yeah, sure.
Why did you lie to your mother today? I have never seen you lie before, and it bothers me that you lied to your mother.
Me?
Yes.
Oh. I didn't lie. I just played a game on her because I know my mother.
You played a game on your mother. What's the game about?
You want me to tell you? Yes. All right, I'll tell you. If you go to the community cinema right now, trust me, you will see my mother seated there. And she's not there because she wants to see a movie. No, she's there because she is out to embarrass you. And I wouldn't want anybody to embarrass my fiancé.
Seriously, like, why would your mother want to embarrass me in an open place like a cinema? I mean, it's absurd.
I'll tell you. Look. It's so wrong to talk with food in your mouth. See, I want you to trust me, sweetheart, that I know what I'm doing. Some lies, not necessarily lies. Sometimes we lie because we need to save a situation. Oh, come on, I shouldn't be saying this. You know that both of us are knitted as one. And I believe that someday in the future, you will understand why I did what I did. I knew you'll understand me.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, you have a way with words. I love you.
I love you more. I love you more.
Okay.
Woman, I don't know why you are bothering yourself. I have told you that your son would be happy with his wife.
Who is this wife? Is it Anne, the one I just sacked? Or Esther? Or the beautiful Lucy that just joined the race? Who is this wife that will make my son happy? Which amongst them?
Women remain the most beautiful thing ever created by Yahweh, the all-knowing God. They have become so important that men can no longer do without them. You should consider your son lucky, for all the 3 women you have mentioned would make excellent wives for your son.
What? Are you such a pap? Why would you even link my son to polygamy? Or do you think my son is in the same level with all you lousy prophets that are grossly into women?
Woman, don't force me to bend you. Right from the very first day you walked into this temple, I knew you were trouble. I said, do not force me to bend you. I will unleash hell.
You're already in hell. And I cannot be helped. Why are you such a fool? I told you to follow them to the community cinema. Why did you have to come back before them?
Ma, I went there, but they were not there. I looked for them all over the place, but I didn't see them, so I decided to come back on time because I have a lot to do against tomorrow.
I don't get it. You mean they told me lies or what?
Ma, I cannot say that they lied, but something may have come up and they decided to go somewhere else. But I can swear on my life, they didn't go to community cinema.
God. Why would they take me for granted?
Ma, I want to go back to work.
Hey, come back here. Huh? I want you to go in there. Remove this your mid dress. Dress sexy. You know what I mean? Dress in such a way that you can attract a man. I know you have dresses over there because the one you went to the cinema was just an eye-opener. Go and wear something similar to that. Sexy. You know what I mean? Go.
Ma, you said I should not wear...
I am saying that you should wear them now. Go.
Yes, ma.
Let me see them. Beat me in this play. Come here. What is good about this afternoon? Why are you such a bad influence on my son? Why are you teaching him lies? Lies that you got from stupid Israel.
Mother, why are you embarrassing my fiancé? Why? Not now, please.
Where are you coming from?
We went out.
Of course I know you went out. Where did you go to?
And why are you so concerned about where we went to? Huh? We are adults and we can go anywhere.
You told me when you were leaving this place that you were going to the community cinema. But you did not go there. So why must you lie to me?
Mother, you know, I am so disappointed that you have not changed one bit. I knew you would follow me to the cinema. And just as you have failed today, you will continue to fail because Esther here is my fiancée and she's going to be my wife. And nobody can change that.
Oh, yeah.
Lucy. Lucy, what has come over you? Why are you dressed like this?
Chai. You like it? Of course I do. That's the game. The game has just started. And I'm happy you understand the game so well. See, Hilary here has a vast empire he inherited from my husband. You now work with me so I can trust you. You're him. Try him to yourself. Eh? You know what I mean? Kai. Give me. Look at you. You even brought a hand. Oh, God. Sally. This is good, man. This is good. Hey! That's the game, man. So, Lisa, witches and wizards.
Hilary.
Yeah?
Do you understand what just happened downstairs? Your mother's maid is trying to seduce you. You know what? I have had it up to here. We're going to her house. We're leaving this house this minute.
I already made up my mind we won't be staying up to 2 weeks like we originally projected, but we just can't leave like that.
Hilary, I'm not going to argue with you on this. I'm not going to argue, okay? We're going to our house. Your mother is so difficult to live with. She doesn't like me. The more we stay here, the more we risk our relationship. All right? We are leaving.
But you take it easy though, huh?
What is the meaning of this? Why are you doing this?
Mother. Well, Mother, you have succeeded in making this holiday miserable for us. I thank you for that. We're going back to where we came from.
Why would you take such a decision? Eh? Don't tell me that you prefer this from Lisa to your mother that bore you and raised you up.
Well, Mother, I think we're done with that. I would like you to read the book of Mark, chapter 10, verse 7. It says, "For this reason shall a man leave his mother and his father and cleave to his wife." And that is exactly what we have decided to do. We are going back to my house to plan on how we will cleave to each other. And note this, Mother, our minds are made up, and there is nothing, absolutely nothing you can do to change it. Bye, Mother.
Can't leave me like that. I've lost this battle. I will not rest until that stupid cellulose woman lives your life.
She can go any length to destroy my love, to destroy my joy. Mama said I am bad, my food is bad, all about me is bad. Mama said I am bad, my food is bad, all about me is bad.
Esther! Esther!
Mama, what is the problem? You asked me to make rice for you. I have made it for you.
For the 2 weeks you were with me in my house, did you ever see me eat rice, ordinary white rice and stew? Common sense would have told you that it should go with an accompaniment. You should have served it with beans, moi moi, plantain, or any other thing. Is that the way your mother taught you? Mama, eh? Mama, I cannot eat white rice and stew alone. I cannot.
Mama, I am very sorry.